I'm going to be documenting my journey in vibe coding. I've always wanted to build an app, but since I am not the technical founder, it's always been a little bit more challenging. But thank God for AI. Now it's time to learn it. And to be honest, learning it from what I've started doing, like it's kind of more complex than what I thought, but we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to document it. I'm going to be as honest, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing. Like I said, I am not an expert. I'm going to show y'all what I do, and then if I do any mistakes, I'm going to correct them, just so that way it makes it a lot easier for y'all to get into this world. One big thing that a lot of people have been talking about is the PRD. You have to understand that AI is not a mind reader. What you give it is what AI is going to return. So if you give it crap, it's going to give you crap back. So that's why it's super, super important to be as precise as possible. And to make that happen, you need a PRD. Because a PRD, I've already done it. It took me like 3 to 5 hours to make it. And it starts getting really precise on what you're trying to build. And things I didn't even think about or take into consideration, it took it out of me, and I had to think about it. So I definitely recommend you doing that. And this right here is my PRD. I ended up using ChatGPT for this. So after this, I'm going to ask for an execution plan. I'm not really too certain what it is. Give me 1 second. Let me ask Chat. Okay, so I'm back. So from my understanding, a PRD is an overview of what you're trying to build. It helps you get those juices flowing. It helps you get a better understanding of what you're trying to build. An execution plan grabs all that information and makes it easier for AI to digest from the beginning to the end. And it starts grabbing all that information and putting it in place. It starts creating like a visual roadmap of how your app is going to look, so that when you insert it to Cloud Code, it has a way better understanding of what you're doing and the steps necessary. That way it eliminates time and spots anything that needs to be fixed. To get that execution plan going, I'm going to go to Gemini. Right here under the arrow, I went to Pro. I told it I'm building an app and I need you to create an execution plan for this PRD. And now we press go and we wait for it to do it for us. Okay, so as it's doing its thing, it gave me this option. Honestly, these two options I hate because I never know which one to pick. But as I scan through them, the one on the right side looks a little bit more detailed. So I don't know, it's more efficient. I just like the way it looks a lot more. So we might just have to go with the right side. But let me go ahead and read through it, and then I'll come back with my conclusion. I ended up going with the version on the left side. So I ended up asking just an update. I will be using the execution plan you give me, and I will be feeding it to Cloud Code and then feeding it to Cursor to build the app. What are your opinions? Now we wait. So we're going to be fixing our execution plan, so we'll let you know whenever we're done. So the execution plan I got from Gemini, I copy and pasted to ChatGPT so that it could give me a second opinion.